It's time for the Fighters Voice Radio Show with your fighting host, Richard Ortiz, and the formidable co-host, Cole Escovedo. Fighters Voice Radio Show.
Hello?
Oh, that was fast. Hey, I know that was a fast 5 minutes.
That's cool. That's
Okay.
fine. I'm ready.
Okay. Hey, we're rocking and rolling right now. I'm gonna go to an introduction as we are. Hey, how you doing, everybody, viewers and fans? My mic's kind of loud. This is the Fighter's Voice Knockout Podcast. We're simply knocking out the competition. We have a great show for you today. My co-host with the most, the redhead who raises the dead, the cut woman herself. She's on assignment today, so we have a guest co-host, the young phenom, Miss Jenna Creason. Say hello, Jenna.
Hey, what's up?
Jenna, you know our guest today is a female undefeated professional, not just fighter, but contender. And when I say fighter, not just fighter in the ring, she fights for a special movement. She fights for a certain right. She fights for the freedom of speech and freedom of choice. And you know what? And I said this to her a long time ago. She probably don't remember this interview. I interviewed her on the undercard of Andre Ward. And I said, the woman, a kitchen is not a woman's place. It's a man's place, too. They can go there and cook, too, because it's 50-50. A woman walks beside the man, not ahead or not behind. You know what I mean? It's equal.
Yes,
Equal
sir.
right down the middle. Enough said, because I'm going to let our guest just go to town on this stuff, because she's a warrior. She's a true warrior. She's very selective on her career. And you know what? She has a career outside of boxing, just her voice itself. She is the perfect choice for the fighter's voice. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
Hey, enough said. And you know what? You got to bear with me, Raquel, because I got a sore throat, man. I called 10 fights last Friday, so I'm really getting my voice back. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we have the pretty beast, which I would call her the beautiful beast, but it's Raquel Miller. Welcome to the Fighter's Voice, Raquel.
Yo, what's up? What's up? Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to talk to you guys. I'm excited to just feel it and, just hear from the fighter exactly how I'm feeling and what's going on.
You know, I know you got a lot to say because, I've heard some of your sound bites, and you don't back down. I mean, you are definitely a fighter, and I'm not talking about just inside of the ring, with life, with your rights or things that you truly believe in. Talk to us about what describes you, Raquel Miller, not the fighter inside the ring, but outside of the ring.
What describes me outside of the ring is somebody that's just resilient, somebody that just keeps on pushing, keeps showing up. I just keep believing in myself. I just keep taking all of the, unfortunate things, all of the challenges and everything, and I keep on showing up. I keep on doing my thing, and I'm going to keep on winning. And I represent it. I represent everybody that refused to take no for an answer, that refused to give up, that refused to allow somebody else to tell them what they can and can't accomplish.
You reinvented yourself completely without even just having to do so, because you're living life like it's the last day. And I said this a long time ago to Regis and Rigaroo and Prograis, and he lives life to the fullest. And I've been watching your sound bites. I'm watching some of the actions that you do. When I say actions, so the way you live your life every day, and you just live it to the fullest.
I definitely try my best. Like I come from San Francisco. I come from a very, poverty-stricken area in San Francisco, Hunters Point. I come from a lot of my friends being murdered. I come from just a lot of challenges. And some people, boxing makes them, and some people, boxing saves them. And boxing saved me. Boxing allowed me to change something negative into a positive. And so I promise myself every chance that I get and every day that I have here on this earth, I'm going to live it to the best of my ability. I'm going to travel. I'm going to see the world. I'm going to push myself, challenge myself, and try to inspire as many people as I can on the journey.
I mean, we're looking at some of your pictures that are being posted here on the Fighter's Voice. Jenna, when you hear that, another female fighter that is just not backing down from anybody, from her opponent or just life in general, what's going through your mind, Jenna?
Actually, just seeing some of those photos, and like she said, that's very inspirational, especially for young people just like me who want to go and be pro fighters and stuff and live a dream. And looks like she is living her dream, so I'm really excited to see what she does in the future.
She is living her dream, but I want to ask you about a comment you made a long time ago. You said, I want the big boy strap. Talk to us about what that means.
Yes. That means I won a world title. That means I won my opportunity to go for a world title and become a world champion. and it's been a really trying work, like just road for me, period. And I'm just, honestly, I'm just tired of the bullshit. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of excuses. I'm tired of girls making it seem like I'm ducking them, but I haven't got no calls. I haven't got no contracts. You know, I'm calling people manager. I'm my own promoter. I'm my own manager. I'm my own hype man. I'm everything all rolled in one. And so it's like, what's up? It's like the best fights are not being made in boxing, and a lot of times it's sometimes it's because of the fighters, sometimes it's the promoter, sometimes it's the networks, and it's like women boxing is being held back because the best not fighting the best. And like, I'm tired of it. It's like, if you're looking for me, here I go. Reach out. You know what I'm saying? My Instagram is right there. My Facebook is Raquel Miller. I'm out here. I'm right here. I'm trying to get out of my contract. What's happening? Clarissa Shields, Cornejo, Hannah Gabriel, you name them, I'm right here. What's up?
Hey, enough said right there. And you know what? I'm gonna make sure that they know exactly what's up. I'm gonna make sure they get the invitation, because you said it clear. You're not ducking nobody. You don't know exactly. I mean, hey, listen. A lot of people want to blame their network, so they want to blame the contract. They want to blame anything they can blame on. But you said, look, well, let's put all the BS aside. Let's talk and let's make this happen, man. I mean, you waited long enough. You paid your dues, and you want to keep women's boxing alive. And the only way you can do so is accepting every challenge that's out there, and you're willing and waiting to do so.
Exactly. So, and I feel like, and don't get me wrong, I understand the business aspect of this. I understand that some things is out of some people's hands. Like, for example, I've been trying my hardest. Like, I've been silent. I've been, communicating with my promoter. I've been communicating with my manager. Like, what do we need to make happen? And a lot of times people don't understand the business, and let me explain to you when I say the business side of it. I don't have a major network behind me. So without a major network, that means there's no major money. And I get this. It's like women are really getting the short end of the stick. I've had girls call me and say that they've been offered the main event spot, but they want to pay you as if you fight in a 6-round fight. Like, so come on now. I'm not stupid, and neither are any of these women that go into these rings, go into the gym every single day and put our life on the line. So no, I'm not asking nobody to make no stupid business decisions. I understand that aspect of it. But if you're looking for somebody, here I go. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we need to make it happen, if I had the opportunity to fight on a major network and call some of these girls out and get an opportunity, I would be doing it in a heartbeat. So it's like, I understand that aspect of it. I understand that some people don't have a network, and without the network, you don't have no big money. And some of the top girls not trying to fight at no club level. So that's the big difference why some of us aren't getting these fights. So it's like, I'm self-promoted at this point. Yeah, I got a promoter, but they're not promoting me. I'm promoting me. I'm pushing myself. I'm trying to make it happen. So, and I'm only able to do so much. I don't got Showtime in my pocket. I don't got HBO in my pocket. I don't have, DAZN or whatever in my pocket. So I can't make stuff happen outside of my own circumstances. So given the opportunity, I would love to make these fights happen. I try to reach out to some of the top women, and they're like, no, we're not fighting you for that amount of money, or we're not taking that risk without no reward. That's understandable. That's business. So it's two edges. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's two sides of this battle, and I understand both sides of them. But it's just like, I'm tired of sitting back and it just making it seem as if you don't want to fight, you ducking somebody, you trying to be a paper champ. How you gonna never see how good you are if you don't face the best?
You know what? Raquel Pretty Beast Miller. I'm about to say Raquel the Pioneer Miller. Because when you hear that, Jenna, she's a pioneer. She's opening doors, knocking on doors, pounding the hell on them doors for young fighters like you, Jenna, that you'll have that opportunity and not get jerked around like some of these networks and promoters and so-called managers want to do. You got a job to do, do it. Do it to the best of your ability. And it's fighters like Raquel, women like Raquel, people who stand up to the system, people who stand up to the promoter, stand up to the executives, stand up to the networks and say, I'm right here.
Yeah, I really think that's very inspirational. Again, she shows determination and all that, and I really appreciate that. Even though I'm not there yet, I really love how she's doing that. I love how she promotes herself, so I think that is just amazing. So,
Raquel, I brought a co-host today, a special guest co-host today. She's a young amateur fighter. She does MMA, she does Muay Thai and what have you, but as we're speaking, she does amateur boxing, and she's a female. So when she hears you, I just knew it'd be a good collaboration where she can be inspired by your strong message.
Thank you, and I appreciate that. And my message to her is to keep going, keep believing in yourself, keep putting yourself first, and don't be afraid to stand up for yourself and say what needs to be said. Like I was talking to my best friend today, who is Tierra Brown, who is an amazing, boxer. She's coming up, she's handling her business, and I'm just thankful that she's my friend. But not only that, I was telling her, when you make a decision in your career, stop trying to be nice. Be professional, but be serious. Be to the point and let somebody know, because ultimately you your own boss. It's like, yeah, you got a team and you got coaches and all that, but ultimately this is your journey. This is your legacy, and this is your show. And if they can't get in line with what your beliefs is and where you want to take your career, then you got to do what's best for you. A lot of times people sit around and keep on waiting, or I was trying to be loyal. Don't be loyal to somebody or something that's not loyal to you.
Yep.
Period. If this manager ain't really telling you what you really want to hear, speak up for yourself. What are you talking about? Like, I'm talking to my manager, I'm talking to my promoter. Y'all not going to fight me, let me go. What are we sitting around here? Nobody got time to be in the gym grinding every day, putting in the work, spraying fingers, spraying ribs. You missing time with your family, birthdays, all of this stuff you sacrificing if you really handling your business like you're supposed to for this opportunity. So either give me the opportunity or let me go on my journey, because I'm going to get there with or without you. And so I'm not afraid to speak up for myself. I'm not afraid to check anybody on my team that's moving funny. Either you with me or you're not.
I heard that.
And if you're not, then just move out my way and let me go.
That's right. You better move out the way and give me back my free shirt. I mean, come on. They can't be doing
Exactly.
that. They're going to represent. Yeah. Let them represent. Don't just move out of the way, but they're still rocking the shirt because it matches the jeans. You got a job to do, like I talked about. You got a job. You got one job to do. Don't try to say, you know what, I do 3 different things. Stick to what you know and do it the best you can. Because if you don't open up that door, if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, you're going to be replaced. That's just the way it is. A fighter gets hurt, that fighter, he or she gets replaced. Raquel, you shouldn't be on the shelf here. I'm waiting for you to fight for that world title. And you mentioned the names earlier that I was about to ask you about, because a lot of people, press and outsiders, they don't know the game. They don't know exactly what's going on. After this interview, they will. You're not ducking anybody. You're willing and waiting to take on all comers. I want to relive that statement. I mean, if you had your choice of one, who would it be, or just anybody with a world title?
It doesn't even matter. I'm ready to step up. I'm ready to fight. I'm right here, and whoever they put in front of me, I'm ready. That's just what it boils down to. It's not about giving somebody more. It don't matter. I respect all of the women in the game, but I'm right here. I'm ready. And it's like, at the end of the day, they can only try to shelf me for so long, because if they don't give me an opportunity, I'm going to keep working until I'm the mandatory, and you got to give you that opportunity. So it's either going to come now or it's going to come a little later, but it's going to come.
So what have you done to get that opportunity? Is it the contracts? Is it like the networks? Is it the management team? What's going on? Because you're too good of a champion to be overlooked.
Well, I honestly feel like, like right now, I'm in a promotional contract, and behind the scenes, a lot of times it's a whole bunch of hurry up and wait, or we're trying to make this happen, we're fighting to get this to happen, or this person is not able to fight. So it's just a whole bunch of runaround. So I can't tell you exactly what's the number one reason. But I know I've spoken to my promoter several times. I've spoken to my management several times, like, what are we waiting for? And it's been different reasons or excuses, every time, this or that. So it's like, well, what's the point? What are we doing? I'm not a person that just want to keep on fighting in a club level show. Like, what's the point? So it's like, I don't honestly all the way know. I just know it just seems like it's a bunch of excuses and nothing is materializing. And then you got opportunities for girls that's fighting for titles and this, that, and the third, but it's a whole bunch of lopsided fights. So is everybody just trying to build their record up? Are we trying to fight? Like, what are we doing here? Especially as a whole. So it's like, I don't know, but I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of hearing, oh, it's coming, when? Like, what are we waiting for? I just fought for the NABF title. I'm against Aaron Tohill in May. But, behind the scenes, I'm a big reason why that happened. I did a whole bunch of negotiating on my own terms. I did a whole bunch of, hey, what about fighting for this title? So it wasn't even an opportunity that was presented to me. It was an opportunity that I pushed to make happen for myself and Aaron. And that's what it's taken for women. I can't speak for other women because I don't always know their journey, but some of the ones that are close to me, they're experiencing the same thing. Whereas it's like, men that are and it's not to take nothing away from the men, but it is what it is. Men that have
Yeah.
half the credentials as you get twice the money, 3 times
Yeah.
the money that you're making. It's like we can't live off these bullshit purses that they're trying
No.
to give us.
No.
So what's the point? And this is why a lot of the top athletes, women, have to go on and be like, I got to give up the sport because they're not able to live. You're not able to survive off of the bullshit that they're giving you. And it's like, so what's going to happen? Ultimately, you're going to get tired of it and be like, whatever, this is bull. You're getting weak notice fights and all of this for what? If you're a champion, give somebody a regular camp. Give them an opportunity to be prepared. If you're ready, then you're ready. So why do you have to make it a disadvantage? I remember Cornejo did that to me and then tried to make it seem like I was ducking a fight. Come on now. Don't bullshit me. You want to fight me? Okay. Let me know. Let's work. Let's have a camp. Let's meet up. Maybe the best woman win. But don't bullshit me with no week notice, 2 week notice, and then act like I'm ducking the fight. The Shields camp one time, like somebody fell out, they tried to call me as a replacement. I'm not a replacement fighter. So if you want to fight me, give me a regular opportunity just like you would give anybody that you supposedly think you can beat. What's up? Like, I'm not shady. I'm not trying to fight nobody. Random spare of the moment, not give you an opportunity to train.
Right.
That's stupid. So it's just a lot of, underhanded stuff going on. There's a lot of women that's waiting for opportunities that's not giving these opportunities because these networks that aren't allowing us to shine. Or you see in these fights, and they're so one-sided that you don't become a fan of women boxing because you don't really see the best fight in the best.
I agree with you. And I don't mean to cut you off there, but not to put salt in an open wound, I see fighters on big networks that aren't half the talent that you are. And for whatever reason, they're being promoted, they're being uplifted, and they're not, again, I'll say it, they're not half the talent you are. And you know what, just to let you know, you don't have to go there if you don't want to, but if you're ever going to drop something, this is the platform to drop it. The fighter's voice, the only voice that matters. You know why, Raquel? Because we're simply knocking out the competition. You can say whatever you want here. I mean, you don't got to say names, but hey, man, let the truth be told. You're letting it go right now. And I can concur with what you're talking about. A lot of that politics and a lot of this last-minute stuff. And I know as a fighter, you got to be ready in and out of season. But at the end of the day, come on, man. What's right is right. Give me a legitimate camp so I can compete.
Exactly. Like, just be, like, if you really believe that you're the best and okay, that's cool. Then give ample opportunity and make it a fair fight, and let's do this. So, and another thing I want to share with just people that's on the journey, keep believing in yourself and keep showing up for yourself. I had a fight in February against, what's that girl name? I'm drawing a blank. What's her name? I think her name.
The one you knocked out in the first round?
No, not her. It was the one I fought before Togia, and I think her name was Alicia Curry or something like that, right?
Okay, yeah.
I fought her in Dallas. I fought her at the Dallas Love Museum or whatnot, and at the end of the fight, it was, I had a dominant performance. I won every round. At the end of the fight was ruled a split decision win. One of the judges gave her every single round. Like, she got dropped in the fight. I never got dropped. Like I said, I won every round. And so at the end of the fight, they were like a split decision win. And I'm like, what? I'm like, nah, that's a mistake. So I went to the ref. I went to the judges' table after, and I'm like, let me see the scores. Let me see the scores. And then they were like, oh, we made a mistake. The ref had you mistaken for her. So he ruled the entire fight not knowing which girl was which.
Almost caused you a decision.
Exactly. So then I'm like, no, this is not fair, and it needs to be changed. It needs to be corrected. And they were like, oh, okay, no problem. Fast forward to 10 months later, I literally had to fight them for 10 months to correct their wrong. And they tried to tell me, oh, it doesn't matter, a win is a win. No, it's not. I want everything that I earned and nothing else. But you're not going to give me a split decision win when I earned a unanimous decision win, and then the judge tells me that he makes a mistake and that he confused me for the other fighter, and I'm just going to sit down and listen to that. And I had I made the complaint. I had the commission people calling me saying, oh, well, this decisions never get changed. We can't change those type of things. This was bullshit. And I can't imagine how many other fighters that went through something similar and then just gave up the fight. And I'm like, I don't care. I'll fight you guys tooth and nail, and then we'll sue you if I have to, because you're going to fix this decision. I don't care if you haven't changed the decision in 10 years. This year is going to be the year. And today, I looked at my record, and it's been changed. So it's like, don't stop fighting for what you believe in, and don't stop fighting for what's right, even if nobody's doing it. Fight for what's right. And, stand up for yourself. But that was just a clear example of fighting for yourself inside and out of the ring. Like, I shouldn't have to fight this commission for 10 months to fix a decision that they mistake on.
Well,
but they really tried to tell me stupid.
No, well, just think, if you didn't, I mean, your manager should be fighting for you. Your PR should be fighting for you. Your team should be fighting for you. And if they're not going to fight, tell them to move the hell out of the way. And I mean, because you seem to be doing everything yourself.
Exactly.
Jenna, you hearing that advice right now says, do not let down, fight for what you believe in. When you hear that stuff, I mean, I know you're really inspired by her record and what she stands for. And you've been thinking about this interview all day today when I told you, this is going to be very intriguing, it's going to be very interesting because she doesn't back down. Hearing her now and knowing that she did fight to overchange from a unanimous decision, I mean from a split decision to unanimous, what high qualities do you have for our fighter here, Raquel Miller?
Yeah, I just want to say you're an amazing fighter, first off, but I really appreciate what you're saying, all the advice you're giving to anybody. But I really believe that if that ever happens to me, hopefully not, but I really be inspired to do exactly what you did, and I really think that's a great thing because I know nowadays they don't really give girls all the props that they should, even with their athletic abilities and stuff. So what you're doing is amazing, and I hope you keep it up because I'm looking up to you. So
thank you. So I appreciate that. And I do it because I want my legacy to be what I represented and what I believed in. And so, but it's important for a fighter to hear that story to understand. I didn't have no attorney. You know, my team said they made a complaint for me. They denied the complaint. And I was like, no, I'm going to make the complaint on my own. I'll follow through on my own. Like, a lot of times for women, that's what we have to do. We have to be every aspect of our career.
Man, your teams would be mad at me. I don't even know your team or whatever, but I'm just hearing this and I'm thinking, why are you doing all this stuff, you personally? All you need to do is sign and say, okay, this is what we're fighting for. You direct your team on what you want. They should be saying, you should be saying, no, I'm all good, or I'll just let it go. And your team saying, no, we're going to reverse that. You need to have a strong team, a strong foundation. You need to just worry about training and fighting and them giving you the opponent and that title shot that you deserve. When I say deserve, yes, because you've been here for a minute already, and you've paid your dues, and you continue to open doors.
So, that's just kind of like, that's just one example of some of the challenges that you face in and outside of the ring. And that doesn't even entail your personal struggles and your personal battles. Like, there was a lot going on in boxing that I didn't really get to chime in on because, personally, like my mom's in the hospital currently. I just lost a friend to breast cancer. So you're dealing with real life issues and you're trying to show up. You're trying to stay consistent. You're trying to stay on your grind. And just imagine how that feels when you're grinding all of this time, but the money ain't there, the support ain't there, but you're steady showing up for yourself. And so I'm just here to let everybody know it's not always pretty. Like sometimes you see these pictures of me on vacation, but I believe in rewarding myself. And a part of that is pushing hard and going on vacations and treating myself, because if I don't believe in myself and treat myself good, then who else will? And that's just kind of how it goes. You work hard, you deserve to, treat yourself, push yourself, and that's my reason in life. Ain't nobody gonna dim my light or stop me from living my life, period.
I talked to, just by way of communication, by the contact you gave me, and Mike told me to tell you hello from
Mike 360?
360 Promotions.
Yeah, I rock with Mike. Mike is good people. Mike is definitely good people.
He said you're one of his favorites.
I'm really, really excited. Let's talk about that since you moved right into that. Like, I was supposed to fight on this card on the 27th. I've been looking forward to it. I've been training. I just came back from a camp in Colombia with Ivana, who was a sweetheart. She was supposed to fight on the Shields card, but we all know how that played out. And that's another thing that, whatever, we can talk about that. But, 360, I really appreciate them because they want to give me an opportunity to shine on that platform. But here it is, I'm not able to get an opponent, So right now, the fight is in limbo of not happening because there's no opponent. So, supposedly, but there's so many girls, why can't I find an opponent?
Your next phone call is going to be to the matchmaker or your own girls and say, hey, let's make this happen.
Exactly. So it's like I said, you fight in so many battles that sometimes the only inspiration and motivation you get is from the fans. It's from people that reach out to you and tell you, I love you, I believe in you, keep pushing, you inspired me, because you literally fighting battles inside the ring, outside the ring, with your team. You're fighting so many battles, and I'm not the only one that's going through stuff like this. And that's why I'm here pushing, because I refuse to let them tell my story for me.
Exactly.
And I'm not going to sugarcoat it like it's just
No.
all good when it's not.
And why should you? You get one life, one
I wouldn't be
opportunity,
true to
man.
myself.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So right now, I don't know if I'm a fighter on the 27. But right now, I don't have an opponent. I'm pushing and, fighting and battling and trying to get that opportunity. So, y'all pray for me, send me some good vibes and good energy. And, hopefully.
You gonna? Let me tell you this. You're gonna fight. You're gonna be fighting pretty soon. You are gonna get the call that you want. Trust me when I say that. Okay? Just seriously, you really got to trust me. Your whole career is about to just turn around. So get ready for it. Don't say, oh, okay, and take your boots off. Leave your boots on. You can leave them loose. You can tie them up when you get that call, because you will be getting some phone calls. I can't tell you exactly when it's going to happen, but some good things are going to happen for Raquel Miller. Trust me when I say that.
I appreciate that.
No, absolutely.
And I appreciate you guys for sharing your platform with me, letting me talk to the people and, letting them know who Raquel is. I also have a nonprofit organization. It's Ladies in Power.
That's right.
And it's just about inspiring and encouraging youth and being the voice that you might not have had growing up. If you need somebody to talk to, if you're facing depression, if you're facing, you're unhappy, you're sad, you need to figure out how to, build your resume, or maybe you can check your credit score. That's what my organization is offering, on top of how to eat healthy, how to, believe in yourself and push past any type of obstacles as a female or as a male. I started with just young women because I wanted to do something that I didn't have, but I'm actually going to branch off and start, gathering men around so they can mentor these young men too, because this youth generation is lost. It's like we've lost our voice, and a lot of times we've lost good leaders and good examples on what you can accomplish and what you can do. And just believing in yourself, being confident, knowing that you can keep your clothes on and still be sexy. You can be whatever you want to be without having to feel like you got to be a follower and follow all of these dumb trends and dumb people that don't even know where they're going. Don't follow nobody that don't have no vision of where they're going, male or female.
Jenna, I know you got tons of questions for her, man. I'm going to let you shoot away.
Yeah, I just want to know what started you in doing all this, because I know what you're doing now is just amazing. So I want to see what got you started in this.
I started boxing because I used to fight a lot. I used to be a street fighter, and I used to fight all the time. And I remember growing up where I'm from, you either fight or you get beat up. And I wasn't going to get beat up. But as I got older, I realized that I could stop wanting to be known for something negative. I stopped wanting to be known for a street fighter, so I wanted to challenge myself to see if I was actually good, or was I just, street fighter material. And so I challenged myself to boxing. And I told myself I was just going to have one fight. Ironically, I just wanted to train and have one fight to say that I did it. And I wanted to lose weight. But honestly, I'm a fighter. I've always been a fighter. I'm always going to be a fighter. And it's just in me. And some people born to fight, and I feel like I was one of those people. So this is just me following my path and following the fire that's inside of me that won't go out.
Yeah,
and then turning it from a negative to a positive.
Yep.
I think that's great, because I know a lot of people are in that situation where they have that, and just you doing that and showing that you could do something great out of it, which is just amazing. I can't stop saying that, but it's just incredible how you went from that to having this great career. So I just really think that's amazing, and I know you're inspiring a lot more people than just me, so I really think that's just great.
I appreciate that, and I'm excited for you. And I feel like I'm doing this for young women like you, because when you guys get to that next level, I don't want you to have to fight for stuff that already should be a given to you. We shouldn't have to be fighting for some of the things that we're fighting for now. It should be a given. Like, if we're talented, we got a fan base, and we got people that want to buy tickets and want to see us fight, then why do we got to keep fighting for pennies?
Yeah.
That's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Or why do we got to keep on, having all of these build-up fights? When are we going to really be able to see the best fighting the best? When are we going to actually be paid the amount that we're supposed to be paid? And when are we going to have to stop playing every different position in our career? I think the only position that I don't always play is my coach. That's my one solid. Mm-hmm. And I'm very thankful for my coach, Bashir Abdullah, because he's solid inside and outside of the ring. And that's one thing I want to say to especially fighters, to women in particular. Hold on to good coaches. Hold on to good people. Because in this sport, and probably a lot of the other sports, it's a lot of not shady people. Trust the vibes. When somebody show you who they are, believe them. And if they're not right, then don't waste your time.
You know what? You have a lot of truth in you, and you don't hold back. And in your life, in your journey, it sounds like you don't need to. I mean, you are who you are, plain and simple, period. And has that changed any outcome in your career at all? Or it's just now you surround yourself with real people just the way you are?
I feel like I owe it to myself to be who I am. Like
Yeah.
the same person you hear talking today will be the same person that you will meet if you meet me in person. I just am who I am, and I'm okay, and I'm comfortable in my own skin. And I think a lot of times people are not comfortable in their skin, but I've walked in my truth for years, and I'm going to continue to. And I don't fold for nobody. I wasn't built like that, and I wasn't raised like that. So I can't be nothing but myself, and that's what I'm always be. And they can either like it, love it, or leave it, but still going to remain the same.
Exactly. Stay true to who you are. I want to ask you this. What does women's boxing need?
Women boxing needs the sport to realize it's enough room for more than one superstar, so to speak. If you don't put other women in a position to be superstars and to be stars, then how do you make super fights? If you put all of your eggs in one basket, then how do you build the sport? It needs to be rivalries. It needs to be other women highlighted that got skills, and not just one girl that got skills. It's enough room for us to shine. It's enough room. But if you only give one or two of us the opportunity, then how do you expect the sport to grow? UFC got where it's got because they start putting the same amount of promotional effort into the women that they did the men.
Yes,
and
they
it
did.
stopped being a situation where it was a woman fighter and they just started being fighters and made the most popular badass fighters get the best spots. May we all get this promotional opportunity. Let's promote them all evenly to where it's not just, one girl that you hear about and then it's 200-300 other girls and nobody ever heard of them. So, of course, we can't build the sport when there's only one person getting promoted, two people getting promoted. And then on top of that, not only are they getting promoted, but they fight lopsided fights to where you don't even get to see really action-packed or exciting fights.
Yeah.
So then how you expect the sport to grow if you don't want to build us up, if you don't want to invest in us, if you don't want to allow there to be more than one supposed to be superstar? So what they expect to happen? The sport going to die out because you can't get in the ring and fight yourself.
You know, I'm thinking Christy Martin, and then all of a sudden I'm thinking about that big gap. And, I mean, we had Layla Ali, and then we're thinking that big gap. There's the talent is there to be consistent all the way around. I don't want women's boxing to be in jeopardy. I don't want it to be, well, these super fights will never happen. They need to happen. It needs the same respect as male fighters. Plain and simple, period. A lot of trainers may not agree, but you know what? That's them. They got a personal problem. Then they need to go, deal with that and fix that. But there's enough talent out there in the women's division, in the women in the whole world. I mean, if we got to go out and grab some from China, grab some from Brazil, so be it. Let's open it up. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, and I agree. And I think that's what the sport is missing. We're missing the big players to get behind us and promote us all equally and allow us to shine, allow people to see who we are inside and out of the ring. You might not even like boxing, so to speak, but you might like what I represent. You might like my story, but if you never get to hear my story or hear who I am or hear what I'm about, then you'll never get that opportunity. It's like, here I am. I've never fought on a major network. I've never had the big platform. Every following that I have, any type of, notoriety, I brought that on myself just from grinding, just from believing in myself, keep pushing myself, promoting myself, posting videos, and keep trying to do my part. But it's like so you can only do so much by yourself without having that extra push to say, okay, I got a solid team around me that's actually wanting to push me. I actually have a promoter that actually want to see me, shine under those lights. So, like I said, y'all pray for me because I'm fighting battles inside and out of the ring. And, God willing, it's all going to work out. And I'm going to be able to have my due and be able to shine under those big lights because that's what I'm grinding for. And that's what I'm working for. So We
Hey,
shall see.
hey, we call things if they're not as if they are, just like the Bible says. And young Jenna, you got to make it your way down to San Francisco some way, somehow. On one of your tournaments or something, you got to meet Raquel in person and just
Yeah, and I'm
be
in San
that
Diego.
sponge. Oh, it's San
I'm in
Diego.
San
Okay,
Diego.
okay. Well, I know you said you
I'm
grew
from
up in San Francisco.
Don't get it wrong.
Yeah, Hayward.
I'm a
Okay.
San Francisco girl.
Okay, all right.
San
Then
Francisco, born
you
and
should be
raised.
sparring with Carnelo then if you're in San Diego. Then get over there.
Yeah, they ain't giving me that work. I'm looking for that work too.
And Ryan Garcia.
Yeah,
Go soak that up.
yeah. But yes, but I'm out here. I would love for her to come down here. Come check me out. I'm all about women supporting each other.
That's
like
right.
the same women that I fight. I don't mind, sparring and working with them. Even Erin Tohill, she and I are cool. I just hit her up and let her know, hey, you need some sparring. Come see me. I'll come see you. It's about, building this up. And it's like, and I don't hate you if I fight you. I'm still going to handle my business, but I don't have no time to tear nobody else because I'm too busy trying to build my own stuff up. Like, I'm not a hater.
That. Exactly.
Period. I don't got to hate on nobody. I don't got to disrespect nobody. But when we get in that ring, we ain't friends. But outside of that, I'm better than that.
It's on. Jenna, just sitting here, how much have you grown? How much have you gathered? Because I know you're a sponge, and not just inside of the ring, but outside of the ring. Listen to this testimony. What's it doing for your young career already?
Yeah, it's just getting me excited to get back in the ring, looking for more fights, especially going to hopefully see her soon. So that's actually just getting me more excited for my future and how girls boxing, hopefully she gets to change how they do it and stuff. So, which, by the way, she's going, I'm pretty sure it's going to change.
Oh, change is coming. She don't even know.
Yeah.
Raquel, you just don't know. Trust me. Change is coming. You're going to get that phone call. So just do me a favor. Be ready. Don't get discouraged. Don't miss your appointments, your training appointments, because you're going to get that phone call. But when you get that call, do me a favor. Text me or let me know, Richard, I got that call. I'm serious, because you are.
I got you. Yes, and I appreciate that. I just appreciate you guys, period. Like I said, I'm thankful to share my story, to share my voice with the fighter's voice, and you guys hearing it directly from me. I don't really like to give as many interviews anymore because sometimes people try to twist your words or, just the energy is not right. And so I'm just kind of like selective of who I like to talk to, and I'm thankful for this opportunity. Guys, I think you guys are genuine, and I've spoken with you a long time ago when I was, just coming up in the game. So I'm still on my ladder. I'm still on my climb. I'm still on my grind, but I'm thankful, to share my story. I'm just thankful to be able to talk to you. So anybody looking to follow me, please do so. You can follow me on Instagram at ms.Raquel Miller. So that's Miss.Raquel Miller. You can follow me on Facebook under Raquel Miller and on Twitter under Miss Pretty Beast. I've been working on my athletic line. It's been taking me a little bit longer for it to come out because I've been dealing with some stuff outside of the ring, outside of my control. But, I'm putting it together. I'm about to have some dope items really soon, and it's just the final touches right now. And, each one, teach one. Keep building yourself. Keep loving on yourself and keep believing in yourself, period.
I heard that. But I want to say this. If I was your manager, I'd be shopping around. KP, can't you see her being a model? When she's not, what, if she don't get a fight, let her model. Make that stuff happen right there. Look at those pictures right there. I mean, as a manager, as an agent, you'd probably be tired of getting my phone call. Say, no, we got a model shoot here. We're going to meet some people here. You're about to put on their apparel. We're about to sign some sponsorship here because you're going to wear their gear. And then we're going to go train for a fight. And then you endorse this soda, endorse this energy drink. There's too much out there for you. I'm telling you right now, just looking at you right now. I mean, don't take this the wrong way. I'm sure you've been told before. I mean, you got a career in modeling. You got a career at public speaking, even going around touring the world, whether it's schools, seminars, what have you. People need to hear your voice. And I'm not talking about just women. I'm a man, and I'm getting a lot from you. I'm gathering a lot from you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that. Thank you. So any sponsors, any advertisers want to reach out to me, I'm here. I'm out here. I'm ready. I'm excited. Let's work. Let's put it together. And, I'm pushing for it and, hoping for those opportunities and trying to open up those doors for myself because nobody's going to fight for it like I am. And, like I said, I'm pretty much wearing all hats when it comes to my career and my journey.
You know what, crowd, before you leave, I know, or later on, I want you to get Jana's Instagram. I mean, she's doing exactly what she don't have a manager, she don't have an agent, she's her own manager and agent. If you look at the stuff that she's endorsing right now at a young age, the recipe's there, and the blueprint is there, and she's just not sitting back waiting. So later on, you guys exchange Instagrams or what have you. I'll make sure she follows you. But I do want to ask you this on a different note. I did a fight Friday. I was ring announcing, and I failed to bring up the simple fact because nobody did. I do want to say this: Errol Spence Jr. should not be breathing. It was a miracle of God that he was able to walk away. When I mean, be able to not have any broken bones or fractures in his body. I mean, that is just an awesome. Now, I just want to give props to Jesus Christ, man, because he made that happen. I mean, a lot of people think that, okay, well, him not having a seatbelt, it saved his life. And exactly, could be. But I believe an angel pulled him out and just took care of him and said, okay, not today. Today's not your day. The car can go wherever it wants to go, but today's not your day.
I agree with that. And I'm hoping that that's a big lesson learned for him.
Yeah.
Like, you got too much living to do. You got too much life to do. You got too many, historical things to do with your life. And it just kind of, like you said, it's like God is just real. And he got his hands over you. So,
That's right.
And he got his hands on so many of us. So it's like, don't take life for granted, because one day, one second could be the difference in your life. Like, I'm happy and thankful that he's okay. I'm sending prayers out to Pat. What's his last name? That he went into a coma after fighting.
Yes.
What's his last name? Do you recall? What's his last name?
No, Pat.
Yeah, I can't. Well, I know that it's.
Actually, he's on my prayer list too.
I'm sending him love and light. And, anybody that's going through stuff or losing family members or just, facing a challenging time right now, it's not always easy. And a lot of times people be comparing their lives to other people, not realizing that sometimes it could be a struggle just dressed up. And you don't really know it. So don't compare your life to others or your journey to others, because we all fight different battles that nobody know of.
No, I mean, you're exactly right. And you continue to do what you do. It's Patrick's Day.
Yes. That's his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can't play boxing, and that's why it's so important that women get their just due, because that could be anybody. Anytime you strap up those gloves and get in that ring. So, I'm praying for him to have a full recovery and get back to his family.
Exactly, because that's first and foremost. Jenna, I want you to because I know Raquel's going to have to go soon, let her know exactly what you do, how you compete. And Raquel, any advice you can offer her after she's done letting you know what her schedule's like and what sport she's involved in. Go ahead, Jenna.
Yeah, I'm 13. I do wrestling, boxing, karate, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, and no-gi. Besides school sports, I've been training for about 9 years for wrestling, the rest about 5 or 6. So my goal is to go pro and be champion. So
that's awesome. And I say, put it on the vision board. Get your vision board, write down your goals, write down your dreams, and make it a reality. Keep going. Keep believing in yourself. Keep pushing yourself, and just keep doing the work. The rest going to take care of itself, I believe. But do the work. Do the work. Believe in yourself. Manifest it. Keep on surrounding yourself with good people. Take care of your body. Take care of your mind. Like sometimes turn off the TV, pick up a book, read audio books. Sometimes people get irritated. My friends will be laughing at me because, I run into audio books. I work out to motivational speaking. I believe what you put into your body is ultimately not just food. It's mentally who you surround yourself with, what you listen to, what you read. It's all full circle. So don't just practice in the gym. Practice at home. Practice on your confidence. Visualize yourself winning those titles. Visualize yourself doing all the things that you want to do. And I think that's how you put it in the universe, and it comes back to you.
There you are.
yeah.
That's some good stuff. Well, listen, I can go on and on, man, but I know you got to go.
Yeah.
You're gonna be preparing yourself, stay in this training, and I'm gonna send you the link after the show, and then you get to see for yourself. And I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. I know we've been playing cat and mouse, so to speak, but we finally nailed it down. I want to thank you for sharing it. You embraced it. You put it on Twitter, Instagram, your story, and I appreciate that, man. Because I want to let you know, because there's only one voice that matters, and that's the fighter's voice.
Absolutely. So thank you again so much for having me.
You got it.
I appreciate
Our
it.
pleasure.
And let's talk again soon.
Yes,
Okay.
we will. But and don't be afraid to give me a call when that good news comes.
I promise I will.
Okay, sounds
Okay.
good. All right.
Goodbye.
All right, bye. Bye. Jenna, when you hear that, and being a young fighter, being a young individual, and especially a female, you hear the fight that she has and the obstacles she has to overcome. There's two things that it can do. It could either mentally say, oh man, that I never want to do it, or it's just going to motivate the heck out of you. And knowing your personality and knowing your skill set and knowing your drive, I know it's going to do totally the opposite. It's going to motivate you to get over that hilltop. It's fighters like Raquel, it's spokespersons like Raquel that's a pioneer to the sport and a pioneer to life.
Yeah, that's just motivation right there. I think that's incredible because now that also shows me that you could do this, you could do that, and it's still capable. And like she said, like that's stuff that she wants to make sure other people could do. And just from like my hard work, I love working hard for this. That's what I do, grinding all day. So I think what she said was just a great thing ever. So I love the way she said that. I love the way she presented herself, the way she did. I love what she's doing for women's boxing and just boxing in general. So I think that's really great. I'm pretty sure everybody needs to hear that sometime. So I just want to thank her because that was amazing.
You know, she's the same person that I met years ago. I met her, like I said, on the undercard of Andre Ward. And I went down to Hayward, California. And we went down there. Oh, I'm sorry, actually Oakland. Oakland, California. We covered the fight and got to interview her. And she was just full of energy. She took a stand. She was excited about, okay, I'm launching my career, but also I have a career in being a spokesperson, in women's equal, I'm going to say equal rights, but they're not there just to say, okay, a woman, stay in the kitchen or don't go to school, I got this. No, no, no. This is a woman's world, just as much as it is a man's world, plain and simple, period. And that's just the way it is. And we got some ignorant people out there that may disagree, but they can have their opinion, so be it. My point is she still has the same energy, the same stand, and the same fight.
Yeah. She is just an amazing role model for like a lot of people, actually, probably even grown adults, because just the way she did it, the way she's doing it all herself, the promoting and managing. So I just think that's incredible because, she should have people there backing her up, but the way she took charge and did it herself is just incredible.
She got tired of waiting. She didn't want to wait any longer. Waiting's not going to get you anywhere. I mean, she does have those people in place. But when they start to just get relaxed a little bit, it start to get too comfortable, I want somebody driving me. I want somebody better than me, so it brings up my A game. I want somebody knocking on the door all the time, and she seems to be doing that herself, which is tough because she has to train, book her fights herself, and continue to keep her head up afloat.
Yeah. Because if you don't keep pushing, then nothing's going to happen. So you always got to keep pushing and going for that goal and making sure you get what you deserve. So
Exactly. Speaking of getting what we deserve, I want to give this guy props right here. I want to say what's up to Gabriel Flores Sr. in Stockton, California. I talked to him today and a time that I really needed to talk to somebody. I talked to him about a certain something, and he put a spin on it and said, well, Richard, let's try to fix this first. Why don't you trying to do this first and try to, get some stuff in line and get straight. And he gave me some great advice, and I appreciate that, Gabriel. You can get advice from somebody that don't know what the heck they're talking about, but I received it today, man. It's like divine intervention. I really needed to talk to you, and that's exactly what I really needed to hear. So I appreciate that, taking time out of your busy schedule, man. And when I say busy, because Jenna, he trains his son, Gabriel Flores Jr., who'll be competing in Fresno, California, November 9th. And now he's starting to cook a little bit because, he prepares meals and just an entrepreneur, head of the gym, head of the clothing line, and just to talk to me and give me some confidence, but most of all, keep it real. I mean, I appreciate that. I really do. Gabriel, I do. Stockton, California, man, I appreciate that big time. So.
Yeah. I love it when there's adults, kids, anybody who would do that, who gives other people confidence and drive. Because I know every time I do hear people speak, and it's really inspirational, it always makes me work harder in the gym, work harder outside the gym. So it just gives me that more push and drive that I need. So.
Yeah, speaking of working hard in the gym, I want to talk to you about that. Last Friday, there was the No Town Throwdown 2 in Fresno, California, a sold-out event. Congratulations to promoter Ernie Hyman, put on a great event. And he's already talking about, and I'm gonna compare the two right now. He's already talking about the next show. The very next day, he's talking about the next show. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I tried calling your dad. You answered the phone.
Yeah.
After I got off the phone with you, I called 3 different people. I said, bro, check this out. I called her, and she's in the gym the very next day. She's in the gym working on some things. I'm not going to tell you exactly what she's working on. I said, who does that? I mean, who does that? How bad do you want it? I go, enough said. And that's good.
Yeah.
After your fight, you went back to the gym and said, you know what? We could always get better. Let's
Yes.
correct some things.
You could always get better. You can't stop learning anything.
No.
And I know after fights and stuff, that's one thing is I always prepare for the next.
Yeah.
Because there's always going to be another fight. There's always going to be another opponent that you don't want them to want it more than you. You always got to push harder because there's always somebody out there pushing harder. So you got to think that. So then you push harder and actually probably win. So.
Well, I do want to say this. I'm probably going to piss some people off, but it's okay. In this era that we grow up in, things change. Athletes change. We no longer do the road work like we used to. Now we have speed and agility coaches. We have health coaches. Things have changed. The athletes are stronger. They're faster. And I think as judges, we need to change. Let's not get stuck on, okay, the 1, 2, 1, 2, and just sit there. Continue to educate yourself. Continue to learn, knowing what punches come at angles, ring generalship, lateral movement, effective aggressiveness. It's just not standing there and landing a big right hand. It's working inside. It's setting traps. When you're inside and if they're not hurting their person, you're still working inside. Who's initiating the fight? And I don't want to be a judge. I appreciate you, but at the end of the day, we could always continue to grow. Whatever we choose to do, you could always continue to grow and get better. So continue to educate yourself. I will say that because the fighter has changed. It's not the same fighter from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, or even the 2000s. The athlete has changed, the style has changed, and unfortunately, the outcome stays the same. I got 2 things to say. Roy Jones in the Olympics. Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, they should have won. So that's just food of thought. Enough said. So when's our next jiu-jitsu tournament? Wrestling tournament? What's going on here?
Actually, I don't know yet. We're still getting it set out, but I know lately I've been getting a lot of demos set up. I have one in Traver. I have one I'm doing for Tulare County Office of Education on the 30th, so I've been keeping busy. So after one goes by, health fairs, then the next one calls me like the next day or a couple days. So I've been keeping busy.
Yeah, I was watching that.
Yeah. So my next one's in Traver, and then I also have one on the 30th. So been staying busy. So.
Nice. You know what we got to do? We got to get some of your coaches here on the show next time with you, or some of your some of your people. Bring them up here on the show, man, because that's what this show's all about. And for you to come back. Be a good sport about it and come back on the show. Now, one time, I figured if you wanted to talk about the fight, you would have mentioned it because I'm not that guy. It was a great event, great learning experience.
Yes,
and like Andy Vincent said, all this is all learning. I mean, that's coming from a professional. He's been there, done that in the amateur ranks. But again, great show that Friday. It was awesome. Awesome. As you can tell, I mean, I still haven't got my voice back.
Yeah.
Hey, I give it my all, Jenna. I really did. I did like I said I would. I did.
Yeah.
I give them all, especially when I
You
announced
did a great
it.
job, too.
I mean, you could always get better.
Yeah.
I could always get better, but yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
I still think you did great.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But, you did a great job, especially with that shirt right there, man.
Yes.
I mean, that's the belt right there itself. Just boom. Pops has one on, too. I mean, come on. The fighter's voice, the only voice that matters.
Yep.
Yeah, we got to spread the love, man, and let everybody know, hey, every fighter, every person has a voice, and we have the platform for them. I want to talk to you about some different things right now. Now, here's the thing, and I know you get asked this question a lot. Are you going to continue to do both, or are you going to one day just say, hey, I'm going to kind of lean to the left a little bit or lean to the right? And I know it's still early, but people ask me that question a lot, and I said, I'll ask her, even though I knew the answer, but I just promised them and said I would ask you.
Yeah, first off, education. I'm still going to I want to be a doctor and stuff, but...
Well, that's what's up.
Yep. Athletically wise, I want to go pro, of course. I want to be in a champion for UFC.
So wait, hold on. So you're going to be a doctor. So when you're beating the hell out of your opponent, as the doctor, you're going to say, I got to stop the fight, right? Because you'll be a ringside doctor and inside the ring? Make that
I don't know if I'll
happen.
stop the fight.
No, I just
But-
not on yourself, on the other opponent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But athletically wise, I want to be a pro for UFC and champion. I want to do some boxing, though, because I want to at least get a champion for that.
Yeah.
Because right now I do have a really good game right now. I'm still improving, of course.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy doing all the sports I do. But When I get up there, I want to get all my losses out now, so when I get up there, it'd be easier way to the championship.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to give away too much information, but I've been hearing you've been working on something new, a different approach. I talked to Pops, and we're just going to keep that amongst us, just me and Pops, because he shared it with me, and I said, I like that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. So that's good. As you continue to learn and you embrace the situation that you're in the position that you're in, and continue to move forward, man. I love having you on the show. When I told Pops you're going to be on the show, I said, no, wait, hold on, let me explain. I want her as a guest co-host like we did last time.
Yeah.
Because I think you do a good job.
I really enjoy being on the show. I love coming here every time, so I always get really excited. You can even ask my dad. I get really
good.
excited.
That's good.
So
I'm glad you do.
I really enjoy being on it. It's just an amazing thing, though. Every fighter has a voice. So
Every fighter has a voice, and everybody's fighting something. My man KP's fighting something. I mean, he has that little mask on or something. I thought he was going to rob a bank, but he's just not feeling too well. But he's still gangster. He's still making it happen.
yeah.
He is making it happen. And there's some other things I want to talk about making it happen. November 9th, Fresno, California. Jamal Herring is going to be headlining the show, and also Stockton's own Gabriel Flores Jr. He's going to be taking over that show. That's going to be a great fight.
Yeah.
It is going to be a great fight. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I love seeing
outside
Gabriel
event.
fight.
Yeah, Gabriel puts on a show.
Yeah, I love his fights. He's a great fighter. I met him a couple of times, and I really enjoy watching him fight. So.
You know, I can't wait for the walkout, because he always comes out with a nice walkout, nice gear, the songs
Yeah.
drop in, and it's just boom. It's quite a walkout. And also our champion that'll be defending his belt here in Fresno, California. We're trying to get him on the show when they come to Fresno, and also young Gabriel.
Yeah.
So I want to make
That'd
sure
be
when we
great.
do, you be a part of that. You know who we really need to get on the show? Because he's been avoiding us. It's just like a champion, and he's a champion. He's trying to avoid us right now. He really is, because you know his wallet got a little fatter, but I'm trying to get Rick on the show. We got to narrow him down. I tell you what, just say, Rick, I'm going to take you out to lunch, and then bring him over here, and then your dad will hold him down to make sure he doesn't get away. You know what I mean? We'll put him on the show, because Rick does love the camera though, but we want him to love this camera. So he has a great story to tell. I want to ask him about finally being able to bring a fight down to Chancey Park.
Yeah.
You know, and he's doing really well. He's bringing fights to the Valley. A lot of times these fighters don't get the opportunity to compete on the big stage, and he's opened the doors and given everybody the platform to compete at the highest level. You know, he did say, you know, he makes some remarks. He goes, oh yeah, so when I sign her, so when I manage her, and you know, hey, you tell him, get in that long line. But no, Rick recognizes talent. He does. So let me see. How was your Sunday like?
Good. So this Sunday after the fight, so I did the Relay for Life on Saturday night, and it was
Yeah.
a 24 hours thing. So
Yeah.
I went from the night to the morning and stuff. I really love volunteering for that.
Yeah.
It's a great cause. So, and then when I came home, I went straight to church. So I went to
That's
church
what's
and
up.
then went back. So, and then I went back to Mitts working. So
There you go. I forgot to mention, you had 2 fights in less than a week.
so I had a fight.
What'd your dad say about that?
Yeah, he's kind of tired now, but it's okay. We still got to go to the gym today, so.
Yeah, so you got your
I'm not
game fit.
tired.
Oh, let me tell you what I did today. Okay. I'm kind of happy. I haven't done this in a long time. I'll probably be a little... Jen, I was working out today. I was hitting the bag.
Ooh, where?
I was. Well, I mean, it don't matter, but I
Yeah.
was. But I wasn't at a big gym. I don't want to name the gym because I was supposed to go to the gym today. But I don't want to go to that gym just yet and then see me huffing and puffing and then put video on and say, okay, I'm not ready for all that. So I said, let me find out where I'm at.
Okay.
The knee was holding up. Once I got a little bit of a rhythm and I started to warm up, yeah. The jab's still there.
Good.
Yeah, no, it is still there, though. But I did something that wasn't too smart because I didn't have anybody to wrap my hands. I went without hand wraps.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just feeling them a little bit. But I just needed to. I needed to. I felt good, and I just had to share that with you.
Yeah, that seems amazing. Well, when you do get video, I want to see it.
Yeah, but I got to shred a little bit. But, let them know I don't just write about the sport. I'm not trying to say I want to compete. But, yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you. I figured you'd appreciate that.
Yeah, that's actually really exciting because who knows, maybe you'll start fighting someday.
Nah, those fights are done. Those fights are done. But maybe it feels like for a foundation, like Thumbs Up for
Yeah.
Richie or something, a charity match or something. And maybe, yeah, we'll see something like that. Because you can never say never. Maybe me and Rick Merigian. No, that dude beat me up. Hey, Rick has an awesome jump shot. Do you know that? He played basketball?
No.
Oh, yes, he is. He's a basketball player. Very
Okay.
humble, too. Very humble, too. See, he don't want to say too much, but he's a break dancer, too. He really is. Just play like some old, old breaking music or something. He'll get down. Yeah, he still carries a
never knew
pager
that.
with it. What's that?
I said I never knew that.
No, he doesn't break dance. I'm just giving him a hard time. I'm just, messing with him, man. Rick's a good guy, great heart. I'll never forget what he's done for me and continue to do things here in the Central Valley and continue to be that person that just networks people and he chases every dream. I admire that.
Yeah, he
I
does.
admire that. And he's written the blueprint about waking up early in the morning and going for it. It's almost like he likes to put that pressure on himself. When people say you can't do it, he accepts that challenge and says, okay, well, maybe you're just not doing it the right way or your approach is a little different. So,
yeah, Rick is a great guy.
No,
He
he
does
is.
a lot, so he's always busy, but what he does is outstanding.
yeah, he is busy.
Yeah.
He's always busy. Because I used to tell him, hey, good morning. And he said, man, just what do you want? Just ask a question. I don't have time for good morning. I said, okay. So I didn't take it personal because he's busy. He's a busy man. Just like you, I said, good morning, Jen. You go, Richard, I'm working out right now, okay?
No.
Just wait till the sparring session is over. I'm working on this right hand right now.
After I say good morning.
No, exactly, you did. No, but that's real talk. I mean, I had somebody next to me, and I said, I just called, and she answered the phone, and she said, she's in the gym right now. I'm going to be honest with you. I called somebody else, too, and I said, dude, did you know she's in the gym right now? I mean, you inspired me just by being in there. And you never answered the phone. Your dad answered the phone. It just worked out that way. Hey, anything you want to drop before we go home tonight?
Just thank you for the guest and thank you for having me on the show. And make sure to follow The Fighter's Voice and me on Instagram, Jen the Gym.
The only voice that matters. Cole Escovedo's working on a guest for tomorrow. I actually don't know the guest's name, and Cole's been, really taking care of our Wednesday's guests, which is very, very good. It takes a lot of work away from me, and he's running with it. He's making it happen. But I do want to say, a week from today, ladies and gentlemen, we have the four different weight classes, 5-time champion of the world, Mikey Garcia will be calling in studio, and we're going to make it happen. Every fighter has a voice, and so does Mikey Garcia, so does the young Jenna, and so do you, ladies and gentlemen. This is your platform. This is your show. We're here because of you, supporting it and making it happen. Please subscribe to www.youtube.com/thefightersvoice. That's www.com/thefightersvoice. Did I say that right? I'm always messing that up. www.youtube.com/thefightersvoice. I should have you say it because you're my marketer right now. Just you wearing that shirt because you make all these commercials. You make it happen. I need somebody to handle that stuff for me.
Okay.
Okay, well, we got to talk. Me, you, and your dad. We'll make it happen right now.
All right.
And we'll get some people backing us up and supporting us. And a lot of people have really reached out to the show, man. And I've been getting some good advice today. And there's some things that I want to do to tighten up my skills, too. Because you can never be comfortable where you're at. You can always chase it and dedicate yourself a little more. Again, thank you, Gabriel Flores Sr., man. I appreciate that. It went a long way. It hit home with me, my man. Take us home.
Yeah, so make sure to follow Fighter's Voice and tune in next time. So,
as always, it's a wrap here in Fresno, California. Thumbs up for Richie.
Okay, fight fans, it's not goodbye, but until next week. Remember, it's always voiceography at its finest. So on behalf of Richard Ortiz, Cole Escovedo, the special guests, and all the crew right here at the Kick-Ass Podcast, saying hasta luego, babies. And always, thanks for listening.